so excited my family and I got vaccinated. Now we can travel, we can see each other, but dang, it's just one thing. I wish it was fall. I'm not ready. I just want to hide behind a big sweater. I'm not prepared for bikini season.
This summer, a lot of you are complaining about putting on a bathing suit after a year of quarantining. I get it. So here are two things I want you to keep in mind. A, you're not the only ones who gained some weight. So go easy on yourself and get out there and enjoy this time. And it's never too late to meet your health goals, especially with the fat-burning secrets. New York Times #1 best-selling author Dr. Ian Smith is here to share. He says intermittent fasting is the diet you can start now and could yield results before the summer is over. Dr. Smith and I are both big fans of intermittent fasting, but you love midsummer plans. Why is that?
I do, because people always think about losing weight during January and February, but I believe during the summer months you need to lose weight also. You want to look great, keep it going. The beauty of Fast Burn, the new plan, is that you're able to actually do it over and over again, and it's 9 weeks. You choose the weeks that you like, Mehmet, and if those weeks work for you, just keep doing those weeks.
I think it's easier to stay in shape in the summer. You can go outside and play. You don't want to hibernate. You don't need the extra fat to keep you warm.
That's right.
Life's easier.
That's right.
So, Dr. Smith, what is the ideal fasting strategy? Because there are a lot of them out there. I keep hearing them every time I turn around a different magazine cover or a different show.
You know, Mehmet, for my money, it's time-restricted feeding, and that means you take the 24-hour window of the day and you break it up into a fasting window and an eating window. So all your food, you're not going to starve, by the way, but you eat all your meals and snacks during your fasting window, and then you fast or don't eat anything for the hours that you're fasting, but it can only be 50 calories or less as far as beverage is concerned. Now, here's the deal. The longer you fast, the more you're going to drive your body into your fat stores, which are a source of energy in order to survive. So the longer you go with the fast, the more fat you burn, the more weight you lose, the more you'll like that physique. So let's start, for example, in the beginning. So you could start with a 12-hour fast. That's easy. So you break the day up. You say 12 hours of fasting, 12 hours of feeding, and you're going to get some burn out of it. It's not the biggest burn, but that's a way to start just to get used to the idea. Then you increase your fasting length. So go from 12 to go to 14. Now, when you go to 14, as you can see, the flame gets bigger. You're going to start burning off more fat because you're spending more time in that negative energy balance.
Yeah. Now, the next step takes a little more effort. I have no problem going 14 hours. I struggle a little bit going 16 hours, but as you point out, a lot more burn.
Yes. So, in fact, Mehmet, the studies show us that the 16 hours is when you get maximum benefit from intermittent fasting. Not to say you don't get things at 12 and 14, but maximal at 16, but then people get really aggressive.
Yeah, if you're getting married next week, try this one.
This is the big one, all right? So this is 18 hours of fasting, 6 hours of a feeding when you're going to eat all your meals and snacks in 6 hours, which means it's not going to be a lot. I mean, your stomach just can't handle it all. Yeah. But these are for people who are really going extreme. I don't recommend it for people unless, like you said, they're doing something temporarily. It's more of the 16 or 14 that's most beneficial.
I'm going to highlight something. Even if you have the exact same amount of calories, here versus here, you get different results. So it's not just that you're eating less, but it's also the body's ability to metabolize it alters, and your intermittent fasting is towards being ketotic.
Yes, I love that you said that. So yes, it's not about the calories, because you can still consume the same number of calories, but it's when you consume them that makes a difference. When you put yourself into that intermittent fasting state, we're now driving into those energy stores in our fat, getting rid of it, using it for energy, and boom, we feel better and we look better.
Next up, you're going to follow the 2-hour rule when eating your meals. And this is about your first meal and your last meal. So you take breakfast, I'll take nighttime.
So here's a simple way to just start. Let's say, for example, you get confused by eating and fasting. Simply do this. When you wake up in the morning, do not eat anything for 2 hours. So you wake up at 7 o'clock. Do not start eating until 9 o'clock. That is when our eating window at 9 a.m., our eating window begins.
All right, now, nighttime, it's the opposite. Let's say you want to go to bed at 10, which is what I like to try to do. Go back to 8 p.m. That's when you're going to finish your dinner. And then guess what? The kitchen's closed. 2 hours. You're not going to put things in your body anymore. You'll sleep better as well. But now if you add these together, we're in a 13-hour window. We're just in that sweet spot. It's easy to nudge ourselves in the right direction. Why is this critical?
This is critical because what people have to understand is the longer we can put our bodies into that negative energy balance. The subtitle of the book of Fast Burn is The Power of Negative Energy Balance. You lose weight and burn fat when you are energy negative, which means you don't have food calories on board, versus energy positive, as you know, which means we're going to start gaining weight.
All right, next up, we're going to drink 1 cup of lemon water before each meal. Now, I got to say, I like this idea for one really important reason. In Ayurvedic medicine, which is 5,000 years of tradition, they were talking about this. And anything that's been around for 5,000 years, there's probably something there, even if you don't understand it.
Yeah, well, first of all, a couple things happen here. Number one, I believe that one little strategy is drink a cup of water before you take your first bite. As you know, our stomach and fullness works on expansion. So when we expand our stomach with water, guess what? There's less room to put food and more calories in. The second thing about the lemons is that lemons are full of flavonoids, as you know, which are disease fighters, also vitamin C, antioxidants, and there's also some animal research that shows that lemon water could help with weight management. So you can drink it cold, you can drink it warm, but lemon water to start a meal is a great way and a great little boost to help you get your metabolism going also.
I think it tastes good. It always helps.
Me too.
All right, next we want to forget the notion of breakfast, lunch, dinner. So much of this is about marketing. Instead, we want get rid of this, right? And instead, we want multiple small meals every 3 hours. Why do we need to keep it small, and why this strategy?
Well, it's interesting. So when people who have done the plan, they've said to me, I don't eat big meals anymore, because people don't realize that after a while of eating smaller meals, your body becomes adjusted to not wanting these huge boluses of food. Why is that important? Because as you know, we want to keep our sugar levels stable as possible, which means our hormone, the insulin hormone, will be stable also. When people eat big meals at once, their insulin hormone spikes. And then it comes down, then it spikes. We don't want that. So even if you have the same number of calories throughout the day, evenly distributing your calories, as I show you in the book, will allow you to prevent those spikes in your hormones.
You're going to sort of nudge the biology of blubber in the right direction.
That's right. I like that.
And then we want to alternate between days that are heavily plant-based and those that are not, which means you can actually eat some of the meat dishes that you desire. Why do you want to have that variability?
Well, first of all, we're summer, right? And so, people are out there barbecuing, eating salad. So this is summer season. But I want people to also realize just because you're eating healthier doesn't mean it can't be tasty. So in the book, there are tons of recipes that you can try. For example, this is our egg scallion, red pepper scallion scramble. What's great about it is that people are able to put it on toast. And it's delicious. You can see the colors, which means it's full of antioxidants. Whole grain bread, yes, you can have bread. Make sure it's 100% whole grain or whole wheat. But people love this. It's easy, it's filling, not a lot of calories.
Tomato and peach salad. Again, these are all the meals you can eat in the plan. These are not the ones you can't eat. They're the ones you're supposed to eat.
That's right. We want, because people think about, they see the word diet, they say, I'm not going to have enough food or I'm not going to enjoy the food. And we want people to see the recipes are very easy. So yes, here you go. This is a classic summer salad. It's light, it's easy, it's filling, there's fiber, there are antioxidants, and very inexpensive.
And then you said, once in a while we can have some meat for the barbecues. This is a great summer dish you could go into.
Well, these are my two favorite things. So I love steak, number one. I don't eat a lot of it anymore because I'm eating more plant-based myself, thanks to my wife. But I do like steak every once in a while, and Brussels sprouts. Yep. She makes a mean Brussels sprout, and I didn't like it as a kid, by the way. But I realized not only they're healthy, but they're tasty. And so the idea with Fast Burn in the book is that you have all these different recipes you can try. It's flexible, tons of energy, and you don't feel guilty about eating some of the foods that you really like.
I always like Brussels sprouts, I have to admit it. I know I'm a weird kid, but as an adult, I've fallen in love with these babies. They're the perfect combination of taste. I don't know why they're not on everyone's plate.
And you marinate them, and you get them crispy in the oven, and they just knock you out.
You can also grill them outdoors,
That's
whatever
right.
you want. All right, when we come back, it's the meal replacement summer smoothie specifically crafted to fill you up with fewer calories. It could even increase your fat burning potential, so stick around. All right, it's our first summer out of quarantine, and you may feel like you need to revamp what you eat. After all, sweatpants are not exactly beach attire, are they? That's why Dr. Ian Smith is here giving you the small changes you can make that'll give you big results, like stepping off the beach and into a meal replacement smoothie. Dr. Smith's got a signature smoothie called The Burner. What does it do?
Well, it's great. So the Burner is something that will make you feel full on fewer calories. It tastes great, but it actually helps you burn fat faster. So the title of the book is Fast Burn. It's because we're trying to get that fat off. Who does not want to off fast during summer? And so this is what it's all about.
All right, let's make it happen. Come on over here. We got a happy hour on the Dr. Oz Show today because we've got some viewers ready to go with their blenders at home. They got all the ingredients because, frankly, the ingredients are right here, Ian. They're things you already got.
These are ingredients you have in your house. They're easy to get. They're affordable. I always believe in making things affordable and accessible so that everyone can do it.
And fast. All right, so walk us through it.
Yeah, okay. So we have, you always, by the way, want to put in your ice and your liquids in first. So we have some apple cider or 100% apple juice that you put in. We're going to put in a little of the apple cider vinegar, which you...
Apple cider vinegar,
Yep,
this one.
yep.
Okay.
Then we're going to have a little lemon juice. I love lemon juice in almost anything, by the way. I'm addicted to lemons. Some bananas.
So once my liquids are in,
Yeah, then we put our solids in. So we got our bananas, our apples. My favorite berry is the blueberry, right? It's full of antioxidants, the color, it's sweet, it's natural sweetness. Then some spinach. Now, I don't like green smoothies per se unless they have a little sweetness to them. So this is a great way to mix the bitterness of your greens with your sweetness. And of course, a little coconut oil.
You love that coconut oil.
I do. It's good for you. It feels good. Not too much, but a little bit is good for you. And then you mix it up together and, you
blend it.
You just blend it. You know, people have to realize that smoothies should typically be about 350 calories or less. Once again, we still want to be mindful of calories in and calories out. Calories in, less than calories out. But if you see all these different ingredients, you got fiber, you got antioxidants, people will feel full on just this. Typically about 12 ounces, by the way, is your finished product per serving.
and you don't have this after your pancakes. This is a meal replacement.
That's right.
Ladies, have you blended up yet? How's it going over there? You keep blending. Let me a quick question while they're blending.
Yeah.
Exercise.
Yes.
It's, it's part of the program.
100%. But it's not exercise that's going to kill you. So you don't have to go to the gym for an hour. It's about 30 minutes. And in the back of the book, I actually put some exercise you can do right at home without gym equipment. But the idea is this. If you want to boost your metabolism, not only are we doing it with food, but exercise, of course, helps you burn that fat much faster.
Little weight-bearing exercise. Build those muscles a tiny bit.
And
All
your
right,
bones.
ladies, I want some honest opinions here. Don't go easy on Ian. Forget his boyish good looks. I want to know what you guys think. I'll taste with you. First words that come to your mouth.
It's so bright. It's so light and bright. It's yummy.
It's summer in a cup. I'm ready for summer.
It's refreshing. I feel like I'm on a beach.
Well, I got summer in a cup, I think says it all. Right. I think it's tart tangy. It's got everything going. God bless you, my friend. Thanks for taking time to craft this for everybody. All right, Dr. Ian Smith's book is called Fast Burn, The Power of Negative Energy Balance.